Community science involves community members actively participating in scientific research. It's about collaborative data collection and analysis, providing valuable insights into local environmental issues and contributing to the broader understanding of climate change. What are the advantages of experiential learning on climate change? Experiential learning enables deeper and lasting learning by engaging participants directly with the topic. This can increase sensitization and encourage action on climate change. What do community science projects do? Community science projects are scientific endeavors that often involve the participation of communities. These projects can make valuable contributions to the world of science by creating a large data collection network. What is the role of community science projects in combating climate change? Community science projects allow local communities to collect data on climate change and develop solutions with this data. These projects can stimulate changes that start at a local level to have a global impact. How can we design our own experiential learning activity? To design a learning activity based on personal experiences, we can observe and interact with signs of climate change in our environment. For example, we can promote experiential learning by organizing a nature walk or participating in a local environmental project. Benefits of experimental learning and community science projects. Hands-on learning with experimental techniques. Students actively participate in community science projects, utilizing experimental techniques like data collection, field observations, and hands-on experiment. They monitor local temperature, track changes in plant and animal behavior, and observe weather patterns. Local impact studies. Through experimental exploration, students engage in experimental projects that specifically focus on how climate change affects their community. By employing experimental methods such as data collection on local temperature variations, precipitation patterns, and changes in ecosystems, students gain insights into the immediate impacts of climate change on their surroundings. Citizen scientists in training. Embracing experimental learning. Through active participation in community science projects, students become citizen scientists in training, employing experimental learning techniques to contribute to the collection of data related to climate change. This approach introduces them to scientific methods, emphasizing the significance of their role in understanding and addressing climate-related issues. Building environmental awareness through experimental exploration. Community science projects, employing experimental exploration, help students build environmental awareness by actively experimenting with and exploring the local effects of climate change. This experimental approach connects classroom learning to real-world scenarios, emphasizing the relevance of climate change and its potential impact on their communities. Educational partnerships. Experimenting with collaborative learning. Schools can experiment with educational partnerships, engaging in collaborative learning with local environmental organizations, scientists, or community groups for climate change-focused projects. Experimenting with collaboration enhances the educational experience, allowing students to experiment with delving into climate-related topics with a more in-depth understanding. Promoting sustainable practices through experimental discovery. Engaging in community science projects encourages students to experiment with sustainable practices related to climate change. Whether it's experimenting with understanding the importance of local biodiversity or discovering the impact of recycling on the environment, students experimentally develop a sense of responsibility and a foundation for sustainable decision-making. Advocacy and empowerment through experimental engagement. As students experimentally contribute to community science projects related to climate change, they not only learn about the challenges but also experimentally understand the potential for positive change. This experimental engagement empowers them to advocate for sustainable practices within their school and local community, fostering a sense of environmental stewardship in the face of climate challenges.